Builds by Johnny. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get your E70 X5 looking stock from this over to this right here. There's a lot of videos on this, so I figured I'd go ahead and make one. I'm also going to be going over these Bloxsport, that's the new name of them, spacers. They are sponsoring this video for me. And this is my X5 diesel. It's tuned and deleted, nothing else really done with it. That's why I decided I wanted to get a more aggressive look, get some bigger tires, throw some spacers on here, and see how it looks. Starting with the fender flares, I got the generic 20-inch wheel fender flares off of Amazon. You can see they're pretty flat on this side. Going over to the driver's side, they're pretty aggressive. I did order 20, 25, 30, and 35 millimeter spacers. Right now this is a 20 up front and a 25 millimeter spacer. I'm running a 265/60 on the stock wheels. This is with a 20 millimeter spacer, how it looks. 25 millimeter in the back. I'm definitely going to go to a 30 or 35 if I need to. So far, looks pretty aggressive. Up front, it is pretty close at full lock, so more than likely I'm going to have to do some trimming. We got the other side on, show you guys how to mount these spacers and see if I need to do some trimming. I got the tires installed on this side. Next thing you're going to want to do before you install spacers is clean the hub up. So I'm going to use this wire wheel, just go around it, wipe it off, spray with some brake cleaner, and make sure the mating surface is clean for the spacer. And I'll follow back up. All right, so you can see how much cleaner it looks now. This will make sure the spacer gets on evenly and make sure that there isn't any issues later on with trying to take it off. So I went ahead and put some grease on the inside of this. You can use any kind of anti-seize or any of that sort. So I'm just gonna lay it on here. Lightly tap it on here till it lines up with the holes. And once that's ready, then you'll be ready to throw your wheel on. Bloxsport actually includes these lug bolts. They got a little lock on them. This will help keep the tire from staying stuck on the spacer. So we'll go ahead and throw these on here with the wheel and go back from there. So I went through lightly with a rubber mallet and just made sure that the mating surface is all even. Everything looks good now. While I have the wheel off, I'm going to replace these fender flares. What you want to do is drill each of these out. And after you get done with that, there's two 8 millimeters at the end here. Zap those out and get ready to install the new flare. So I got the stock fender flare off. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe all this down, clean it up a little bit. I went ahead and cut out the fender liner because I knew it's going to hit a little bit close in this area, so I went ahead and cut it out. I'm going to go ahead and throw this wheel on, throw this fender liner on and the flare, and see how everything lines up. Got the rear spacer mounted on. Of course, double check that it was all square all the way around. And the rear, since they're a little bit bigger, they come with these extra bolts. These will go into the stock hub, and then you'll put the stock lug bolts into these right here. It's a really smart design, and it makes things a lot easier and cleaner. All right, so we got everything installed. It's looking good. This side is cut out, and this side I just took out the cover for the cooler there. I'm gonna drive it and see how everything lines up and fits, and I'll keep you guys updated in case you plan to do this with your X5. You see how close it was here. At full lock, you're gonna get a little bit of rubbing. I went ahead and cut a little bit off the bottom here to clear it, and I am gonna build a cover for this cooler here. Just making sure everything fits, and so far it looks good. If you don't want to cut it, you will have some rubbing at full lock, as you can see. I'm gonna go drive it now and see how it feels. On the first road trip, everything's driving pretty good. Make a little bit of noise, but they're not too bad. We'll see how it does at highway speeds. All right, last test, we're gonna see how it launches. It did pretty good on the highway, 80s, not too loud. Now for the launch. this is pretty much the end to this video. Everything came out pretty good. Definitely need a bigger spacer in the rear, so I ordered some 30 and 35 millimeter spacers from Bloxsport. The front looks pretty good. I may move this 25 up to the front, just get a little bit more out. But overall, no rubbing after I cut out some stuff, and everything rides good.